Alright, so let's talk about the PlayStation 2. Now, I did grow up with a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Genesis, and all that, but I really didn't get into gaming heavily until the PlayStation 2 was released. And yeah, I played the shit out of it. Now, this is my personal top 10 favorite PS2 games. Everybody's list is going to be different, and some games you probably love won't be on my list, because I haven't played them, like Kingdom Hearts. Neither of them are on my list. Haven't played much of them. And not a single Final Fantasy is on my list, because I haven't played any of them. But if your list is different than mine, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what your favorite PlayStation 2 games are. Without further ado, here are my top 10 PlayStation 2 games. Number 10, SOCOM 2. Alright, I will admit it, I completely suck at SOCOM in general, any of the SOCOM games. But I had a hell of a lot of fun sucking at SOCOM 2. It was the first online game I can really remember playing, and me and friends from school would play it pretty much every night. While I wasn't very good at it, it holds a special place in my heart for introducing me to online gaming. Number 9, The Punisher. What makes a good movie licensed game? A game that has little to nothing to do with the movie it's based on. And The Punisher is a prime example of this. Technically, this game is based off the first Punisher movie, but it really doesn't have much to do with the film. It kind of takes place after the first movie. It is a brutally amazing game with some of the most violent scenes I can remember in a PS2 game. With all the unlockable weapons, accessories, face paint, this is one movie licensed game you'll want to play through a few times. Number 8, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. I mean, I'm not a fanatic or anything. I can't name every character, but I love the films, and I love quite a few of the games. But if I had to pick just one Star Wars game that's my favorite, it would have to be Star Wars Battlefront 2. Don't get me wrong, the first Battlefront was great, but the second one added so much. Being able to play as a Jedi, driving pretty much any Star Wars vehicle, and playing on some iconic planets and in some iconic wars, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the essential Star Wars experience. Number 7, Aliens vs. Predator Extinction. So, Alien vs. Predator games are all very hit or miss. The SNES one was pretty good, but the more recent 360 game was garbage. But Aliens vs. Predator Extinction is definitely a hit. Imagine a real-time strategy game in the AVP universe, where you can play as either the aliens, the predators, or even the Marines. That's AVP Extinction in a nutshell. I played the shit out of this game, especially over my cousin's house when I was younger. I literally went over my cousin's house and played it for hours while my cousin Alex watched. The aliens are definitely the best part of the game. Getting to make a queen, laying eggs, making different types of aliens by sending face huggers onto different creatures. It's very amazing. If you ever wondered what it would be like to be an alien, this is your game. And the fact that you can make pred aliens, aliens that come from predators way before the second movie, way before the first movie, is amazing. Number 6, Bully. Now, I remember going to my local game store and them not having Bully on launch. So I had to convince my sister to drive me all the way out of town to a GameStop to get Bully. And I was hooked the second I got home. The whole high school setting, the free roaming town, the different classes you could take. Hell, I even enjoyed the fact that there were rules and getting in trouble for breaking them. This game is incredible, and I got sucked in instantly. It is a very engrossing experience, and you will want to explore the entire school grounds. Luckily, it's been re-released on newer consoles, and it's still amazing. So if you haven't already played it, go get it. You can get it on the Wii, you can get it on the 360. And believe me, it is well worth it. Number 5. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Me and my cousins literally spent an entire summer playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. With all the unlockables, hidden characters, and customization, this game is incredibly addicting. And if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan like me, oh, you're gonna get stuck in this game for days. Out of every game on this list, this is the only one I come back to still to this day. The tournament mode with friends is one of the funnest experiences I have ever had in gaming. As far as I'm concerned, this was the highlight of the Budokai series. It was pretty much all downhill from here. Number 4. Cold Winter. Cold Winter was one of the first-person shooters I ever really got into. While I had played Doom and Wolfenstein and all those earlier first-person shooters, this was the first one I really got addicted to. While some people were playing Halo, I was playing Cold Winter. I have a feeling not many people have played it or probably even heard of it, but it's a very fun game. The 4-player death matches is a hell of a lot of fun, and honestly, I was pretty much unbeatable among my friends. There is nothing more satisfying than trapping your friends in a corner with a poisonous gas grenade. The game is incredible. It probably doesn't hold up too well nowadays, but if you find it laying around for a couple bucks, pick it up. It's a lot of fun. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was the best GTA game to that point, and I loved every second of it. While I did enjoy 3, and I did enjoy Vice City, San Andreas was my favorite. The differing terrains, the crazy amount of vehicles, and the crazy customizations made this game insanely addicting. I played it for months, and I could spend hours just finding cool cars and customizing them, or exploring the map, or just causing mayhem. Not to mention the somewhat simplistic, but still a ton of fun multiplayer. Just being able to run around San Andreas with a friend made this game far above the GTA games that came before it. And you know what? I still think it's better than GTA 4, but not so much 5. 5 is probably my new favorite. Number 2. Resident Evil 4. I've probably beaten Resident Evil 4 a dozen times. Literally a dozen times. I had all the unlockables. I had found all the treasures and put them together, and yet I still kept playing it over. I don't know why, but this game sucked me in from the get-go. And while it was originally released on the GameCube, I didn't play it until it came out on the PS2. Now, I loved the entire Resident Evil series pretty much up until this point. And while the changes to the series were a big, jarring experience, it grew on me quickly, and I fell in love with Resident Evil 4. To be fair, I didn't really find the game scary, but I still really loved the game. Although looking back, this is quite depressing, seeing where the Resident Evil series has gone since 4, but at least we have an HD re-release of 4. You can just play that and forget about 5 and 6 and Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon. Just forget about all those. Go play Resident Evil 4. And you know what? If you don't have 4, go play 2, because that one's good too. Number 1. Metal Gear Solid 3. And my all-time favorite PlayStation 2 game is none other than Metal Gear Solid 3. While I did enjoy MGS2, 3 was the one that brought it home for me. The story was fantastic. The game looked amazing for the time, and the fact that you could take a break from the game and just go hunting for animals was really cool. I loved every second of Metal Gear Solid 3. I always enjoy games that give you control over things you wouldn't normally do in games, like hunting for your food or fixing your wounds. This was the first game I ever played that allowed you to do those things, and it was very immersing. It made you feel like you were really trying to survive. Plus, the mixing and matching of face paint and camo made things really cool. All the unlockables. The game was amazing, and I just loved everything about Metal Gear Solid 3, and it is no doubt my all-time favorite PlayStation 2 game. So there you have it, my top 10 PlayStation 2 games. Like I said in the beginning, I can only rank games I've played, so if a game you loved didn't make it on my list, leave it in the comments and let me know if I should check it out. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more top 10s in the future. And if you don't mind, give me a like, and if you're not already, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.